Off the dome. It says you are live off the dome. Hold on, guys. Give me a second here. Welcome. Good morning. God bless. Hold on. Like my mother always say, thank God for Jesus. They're using my lines now. Hold on. That I got for my mother, by the way. Give me a second. Let me get this right. We here, man. We here. There's one. Okay. We here. Wait a minute. Let me just get this together, everybody. Hold on. Welcome to the show. Hold on. Welcome to the show. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Give me a second. Hold on. Hold on. I'm coming. Give me a second. I'm not even ready yet. I wanted to make sure I started on time, if that makes any sense at all. All right. Good morning. Okay, I'm here. Good morning. God bless. It is a Feel Good Friday. I want to see the hearts in the chat room already. Feel Good Friday, Friday the 28th of March, 2025. 2 minutes after the hour. Welcome, guys. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team. Shout out to everybody over there on YouTube. We truly appreciate you guys. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show, feature Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, the Queen, Miss Miko, only place on earth where get your morning started right. Today is Donation Friday, too. Hold on, let me put my readers on because I can't see. Let me put the banner up. Today's wait, okay, there you go, right there. Feel free to donate to the show with the Queen, SennyJ, and the Queen, Miss Miko. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. I said that already, right? Like, share, follow, subscribe. You already know what it is. Thank you so much, man. We've been doing this for years, and we will continue to do this. And we are super excited to be here on the Feel Good Friday. And I want to tell you, first of all, that I feel good on a Feel Good Friday. I really do. Um, I'm 60 years old now, and I love every moment of it. And I'm truly grateful to be here. And I'm drinking a lot of water. I ate too much last night. I try not to eat a lot, if that makes any sense. But last night, like I went in on the dinner, and my wife made this seafood kind of platter with rice and beans and the whole thing. And it was so good last night. And I ate too much. And I was thinking to myself, like, take it easy. Uh, don't eat too much. But then I did. And I didn't feel guilty about it at the moment because the food tastes so good. My wife put that foot in there. The food was really good. This morning I woke up and I was like, man, that was a lot of food. Like I put it in one chat room if you eat a lot of food, like big servings, I mean. What type of servings do you have? Light serving plates, medium serving plates, or the big plate? Last night I had the big plate. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had the big plate. Let me get to the comments. I had the big princess. Good morning. Bro, how do you eat, man, before we start the show? Pause. I had a big plate of food last night. The food was good. No question about it. And I knew I was eating a lot, like pounds of rice and the beans and my wife be making some of this food from scratch and she puts a lot of love in it. And I don't know, it was just like a Thursday night. I don't know, it was a Thursday night. I don't know if it was anything special or anything about last night. But this woman stood in that kitchen and she went to work. And the meal was great, but I swear she served me the plate of food. And I'll talk about that in a minute. She served me the plate of food, and it was so good. She served me a regular size plate that halfway through the meal, I went back to the kitchen and put more food on the plate as I was eating the food. I rarely do that. I thought it was weird that, like, and now I already had a nice portion on the plate, and now I got more food on the plate, and then just ate all the food. And I was really stuffed last night. I don't know if I feel guilty about it because I usually don't eat that much. I eat for pause. Eating. I think I have a great appetite. I try, I eat good in the morning. I try my best. Last night, it was a terrible relapse. So my question is, before Cindy and all will come in the room, talk to me. Do you have medium-sized plates? I'm sorry, light portions, medium portions, or when you eat, do you eat a large portion? I don't care what you're eating. I don't care if it's healthy food or bad food. What's your portions like? And I ate so much food last night that I don't have the desire. I'm not hungry right now. I didn't eat nothing. What time is it? East Coast is 8:07 Eastern Standard Time. I didn't eat nothing yet. I don't have no plan. Wait, what Princess say? How long before you lie down after you eat? Bro, I was lying down while I was eating. I feel like a fat fuck right now, man. I feel. Why did I do that? I usually eat at the kitchen. I usually eat at the kitchen table. And sometimes I usually eat, watch the TV, I eat in the bed, but usually I'm at the table eating. Last night, Princess, I'll be honest, I was caught up in the Final Four. College basketball, and if some of you guys know, I'm a sports bettor, and I have to play the food in the room, in the bedroom, and my wife served the food, and I'm sitting there with my fat ass, and I'm eating. And I ate so much. And the food is still up there. It's on the stove. The food, there's tons of leftovers left. If I want something to eat, come through. I'm here in Bethlehem. There's tons of food on Friday. And I sat in that bed watching. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Don't I look weird?
I sat in that bed. No, you look fine. I sat in that bed with my fat ass, and I ate the big dinner while I'm watching college basketball. And I'm full right now, and I feel a little guilty. My wife made a great dinner last night. It was a seafood combination, rice and beans. It was seafood, Mexican version of it. She did a great job. The food was great. This woman could cook. And I sat there. And Cindy, I was telling these folks, my wife fixed a nice portion of food in the plate, and I took a few spoonfuls of the food, and then I went back to the kitchen and put more food on the plate with my fat ass right now. And so part of me feel guilty. Thank God I chased all this food down with water.
I think I look like digitally, right?
What?
Like on my forehead. Doesn't it look like a cartoon or something? Or is that me?
Let me put are you, first of all, the first question, let me put my readers on and look at you. And secondly, are you under any chemical influences right now? Do you have any mind?
A little bit, but it shouldn't affect my vision. But if it doesn't bother you, I'll just leave it.
No, you're fine. I think you're just high.
I mean, is that it? It can't be that. No,
Wait, let me look again.
Weird.
Let Now your forehead is still the same. Everything is cool. I
Are
just
you
think,
sure?
yeah, I just think that
All right.
you're under the influence of a mind altering drug right now, just changing your mood. But you look fine.
I feel good.
Look, there's nothing
Morning.
wrong with that. Stay high, my friend. Uh, and I ate this food that was so delicious, and now I don't have an appetite to eat. I'm feeling very bloated right now. Uh, and I ate too much last night. Do I feel guilty about it? A little bit, a little bit. But my question to you, since my good morning, everybody, Miss Miko said we're gonna give a proper introduction in a second. My question is that my wife made a great meal last night. God bless her. God bless this woman. Uh, and she served me the food last night while I was trying to hit that 4-game parlay. SennyJ, we'll talk about that later. My question to the ladies is, my wife, she always serves me food. God bless this woman. Every time she cooks, I don't have to lift a finger. She does all the work, and God bless. And God bless her. God bless the women who serve the food to the man. So I want to ask these lovely queens here before I ask them how they're doing for the morning. And I'll start with Miss Miko first, and God bless her. Everybody, let's clap for Miss Miko. She's looking good over there, like Cindy.
Hey, Miss Miko. Hey,
Good
girl.
morning.
Hey,
Hi, guys.
girl.
Miss Miko, when you in that kitchen, remixing the food and doing whatever you do over there, uh, do you serve your beloved husband that plate of food?
I will make his plate. Absolutely.
Let's clap for that. Because over here in this household, the wife of God bless her, she makes me a plate all the time. All right, and Cindy, and then I'm gonna get back to Miss Miko. Cindy, I know you haven't been in a relationship in 17 seasons, but when you were in a relationship, did you make the plate for your man?
Why does it have to be in a relationship? Why don't you ask me who eats first, me or the kid? Huh? I get the big piece of chicken in my house. Okay? F these men we talk about. It's me against these kids. Okay? And I want to tell you, I win every time. Okay? Because if I'm not strong, then I can't be strong for them. So I serve myself first.
Miss Miko, before Cindy J finished, you just dropped in. You didn't notice, but Cindy J is high as hell right now. So can continue on, Cindy.
What?
No,
Yeah,
Tamiko,
she is.
my if you look at it, like it I almost look digitized a little bit, I
No, you
feel
don't.
like.
No, you don't.
And Shawn said it's because I was high.
Yeah.
Cindy is not high this morning. She may get high a little bit later, but she's not
No,
high right now.
she is.
No,
No,
I mean
seriously.
I am. I
No,
am
she is
high
high.
now.
I told you. I told
Cindy!
you. I told
Girl,
you.
I wake and bake. Hello.
Now,
You think
now,
I'm
now,
doing
now,
this? If
Cindy.
y'all think I'm doing this sober, I'm sorry. You're
Yeah,
sadly
I
Oh
mistaken.
my
told you, Miss
God.
Miko. I told you she was high as hell. That's why she doesn't. The Cindy, you're not digitized. Don't worry about it. So, Cindy, are you saying that if there was a man in the house and there hasn't been a man in your house in 19 seasons, you're not serving your man, my man. Cindy, you're not serving my man first. Because in my household, my wife serves me first, then she serves her son.
That's
Oh.
crazy. No, because even when I was even when I was in a relationship, I serve my kids first, and then I'll eat last. It's fine, but I
So,
do serve my kids first.
but what if there's a man in the house?
I'll still serve my kids first.
Okay,
And as a man, you should wait for that too. Like you ain't hungry, relax.
Cindy, I mean, Miss Miko, you served Mike first, right? My man.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Let's clap.
I do.
Hey, it's whatever works for you in your household,
Okay,
right?
welcome to the show, only place on earth where guys in the chat, at least Scott, my nephew, it's April serving you first, so you gotta wait. What's going on? Sister Soldier in the chat room. What are you doing? Are you up there serving your man, my man? Which I hate
Sister
that
Soldier
term.
said if he cook, he serve her. If she cooks, she serve him. That's just what it is.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like that tea, sis.
Yeah.
I like that.
Princess, who's serving the food? When your lady's cooking, it's who's serving you, bro?
We don't care what Prentice thinks. Okay.
Good morning. Well, Vanetta George, what's going on? Are you serving your my man first, or what you doing? Welcome to the show. Any place on earth where you get your morning start right. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up team with Queen SennyJ, Queen Miss Miko. We'll start with Miss Miko first, and then SennyJ. Miss Miko, how are you today?
Shawn, good morning to you. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning to all the listeners. I am doing wonderful. You know why? Because it is TGIF, y'all. Yes, hallelujah.
Yes.
It is Friday. The weather is beautiful outside today, and it's going to be even more nice tomorrow. Right now, where we at in Lehigh Valley, where we record live from, it is currently 52 degrees. You heard me. 52 on a balmy Friday. Today's high is going to be about, hold on, let me tell you exactly because I'm about to make it up. Hold on. Today's high is going to be 64, but it's going to be cloudy most of the day, but it's still going to be 64. A win is a win. New York City, same deal. It's currently 64. No, it's currently 44 going to high 64. It's going to be sunny all day, but tomorrow summer has arrived, y'all. Tomorrow is going to be 80 degrees in New York City as well as out here in Lehigh Valley. We're going to be a little bit low. We're going to be 78, but still a win is a win. So I'm excited about the weekend. I'm excited about the warm weather coming through. I feel the seasonal depression leaving my body as I wake up in the morning and the sun is out and I go to sleep and the sun is still out. It feels good for the sun to be out until about 8, 9 o'clock at night. So shout out to the sun for that. But let me tell y'all what's going on. I'm traveling again next week, so I'll be going all next week. But I wanted to share something with you guys. For those who do travel with me, go and get your real IDs, guy. It's about to get real. For those who don't know what the real ID is, the real ID is a star that goes on the side of your driver's license that permits you to board domestic flights. With that being said, after May 26th of this year, if you are going to Florida, you will need a passport. If you're going to a federal building for any reason, you will need your passport. If you go down to the DMV and you apply for your real ID, you don't need a passport. You can just use that enhanced driver's license to get you where you got to go. Now, the Department of Motor Vehicles said they are inundated with a whole lot of people trying to come in and do it last minute. I don't know why y'all didn't do it 9 years ago like I did when this whole stuff started, but hey, whatever, wait till last minute. They said they're going to be open Sundays and Mondays at a couple of locations. So we're in Lehigh Valley, so we have different situations than you guys in New York City. Go onto their website, look for it, find out which one of your areas is going to be open on a Sunday or a Monday so you can get in there and get your ID done. Because if you travel a lot, you go to federal buildings, you will not be able to get in and out of the buildings or on a plane to go to North Carolina, which to me is crazy because who bringing a passport book to go to North Carolina? So that's what's going on with the real ID, and that's Miss Miko's tips for you guys on this Friday.
Cindy, your thoughts on that before I close my thoughts on that.
Well, didn't Pennsylvania, because I know that they were having us, they kept delaying it and delaying it. Is this like now the time, like Pennsylvania, like we have to get it now or else?
You absolutely have to.
And for that reason, I mean, I have my passport, so I was like, oh, I don't have to worry about it anymore. But I was thinking of maybe getting the passport card.
The card, okay.
Because I was like, that'll be good to use to fly around. But I can always get the real ID too.
It's $30. Get in here, driver's license, and be done. Just one document. That's it.
Miko, I actually wanted to ask you, this is a little bit off topic, but still the same with like Homeland Security and all that. There's been this thing that's been going around. I don't know if it's fear mongering or whatever, but they've been talking about how when people have been coming back, that Border Patrol has been like taking people's phones and like plugging it into another device. Did you experience that when you came back from Colombia?
No, I didn't experience anything. I have global entry, so I make no human contact when I get off the plane coming into the United States. I get off the plane, I go to the machine, I scan my eyes, and I keep walking. I don't talk to nobody. I don't any of that.
Well,
So
did
no,
anybody in your crew have to
no,
go?
we were all straight. We all love we love our country. So nah, nobody in my crew.
Well, because they
Broken
didn't say
inside
that.
or anything like that. No.
They didn't say it was anybody specific, and they were like, it can happen when you're coming back. So I just wanted to see if that happened. Because I'm like, it could be stuff online. People just say stuff to say stuff, you know?
Right. And that concerns a lot of people because sometimes you may just be commenting to a post and that
Right.
can get you jammed up. So you guys be careful with your words because once you put it out there, you can't pull it back, especially when it goes into the metaverse or wherever. So be careful with your words, guys.
Welcome to the Shawnee Place on Earth where you get your morning started, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show with the two queens here, SennyJ and Miss Miko. Okay. Yeah. Real ID. Miss Miko's right. They've been promoting this and letting you know for she said
Since
9 years.
2005, they've been
Uh,
saying it.
right. So
2005.
they've been saying it a long time. And like most of us, we do things at the last minute. It's nothing wrong with that as well. It's just the problem with it is I actually experienced it. I was over in Allentown, not to go to the motor vehicles, but there's a motor vehicles there on 7th Street. It's one of those big motor vehicles out here in the Lee House Alley. And let me tell you something. This was like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the afternoon. I went past there and the line was wrapped around the corner.
Yeah.
People could not get into the motor vehicles because they wanted this real ID. Now, if your license is about to expire, you got to get it because if you need, like for the reasons that Miss Miko talked about, if you got a passport, you could. If your passport is still valid and your driver's license is still valid for like the next year or so, you're fine. If you need to travel on a plane, you just got to bring your passport with you.
That to me, that's just
If you have
crazy.
one, if not, if
And
you don't,
correction, Sean, I said May 26th. That's my daughter's birthday. No, it's May 7th. So starting May 7th, you will need your real ID to board domestic flights.
My
Carry on.
daughter's birthday is May 27th.
No, her birthday is May 26th.
That's so cool.
Mhm.
all right. So it's happy birthday to your daughter. Uh, if you want to travel in the continental United States, you got a passport, you're good. Now the problem is if you don't have a passport, because some people just don't have passports, they got their state ID. Now you not necessarily you don't have to drive a car to have this identification. You need to start on it, but it could be in the identification form as well. It doesn't have to be a driver's license. So now here's the problem though. There's a lot of people out here that my migrant friends are going to run into another challenge. They won't be able to fly nowhere, period. So this is a big headache to some folks that are not eligible for a passport, but they're eligible for state ID. And now they can't get the state ID no more because you need all this other stuff to go into to get this ID. So for my migrant friends and people who are challenged with getting government and state ID, this is not good. This is not a good time for you. To the others, yes, you're fine. If you got to fly next month, then you got to stand online. I mean, if you don't have a passport, you got to stand online and get your ID, your real ID, and you got to pay the $30. So you see, this is a money grab. This is also to protect the country and your ID and to recognize who you are, whatever. But I do sympathize with folks who can't get either one, and you can't even travel. You can't even go to the airport. This is gonna trickle down to the bus station. This is really serious. So if you're a United States citizen, God bless you. If you're not, you're gonna have challenges. And the Trump administration is even telling folks you can voluntarily deport yourself. Uh, we need some regular Americans to deport themselves. But for you, I do agree with Ms. Miko before I yield my time. You should have people who are eligible for this. You should have did this last year because
Yeah.
now it's such a backlog of people to try to get their license, converted. That now they got to open up these places Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, 9 o'clock around, and as they should, the state should do that. They should have the the motor vehicles open literally around the clock for the next 6 months until everybody's done. I yield my
I
time.
don't understand the point of it though.
Princess
Why are
said
we
the regular
doing this?
ID is
It's a,
$12.50. The enhanced is $30 extra.
it's
But
all,
what
it's
is,
all the money
but
grab
what is
thing.
it? Right. That's what I'm saying. They're making, it so necessary and to do all of this. But what is wrong? They enhanced our old IDs. They made our old IDs like these weird things, and they put another little person all to. Is this all to stop fraud?
Yeah,
Well,
Like,
it
not
what
only
is
says,
the
I
reason
looked it
behind
up,
it?
Cindy. It says the real ID is part of a holistic national security strategy coordinated between the states and the federal government. It's designed to provide high standards for accurate government issued identification documents to prevent terrorists from successfully producing fraudulent identification.
I know you lying, and they
yeah,
go.
not only that.
If y'all can't read through that as a money grab because it don't
Yeah,
make no damn
not
I'm just
sense.
saying
not only
that's
that.
what the people said on the
Not only
These
government
that.
side.
Nigerians got your real ID too.
Right.
What y'all talking about? What are we talking
Yeah.
about?
They already made the star. The star's already made.
Child.
Not only that, it weeds out all illegal folks. So now, you know what I'm saying? So now they can get a count on the folks who are illegally in the country because they can't get it, or people trying to get this license. So there's some money grab, and it's also done. I think it has some racial overtones to it as well. All right, City. Welcome to the show. Only place on earth where you get your morning star, right? And let's clap for Miss Miko. She got eye recognition. That's not going to work too much longer either. When the Trump administration put their foothold down with immigration, and the next folks that will feel the wrath of the Trump administration is us black folks. Don't get it twisted. We're next on the list. So for all of y'all that want to fly out of town and fly out the country and fly back, get your memories together now, because in the next few years, President Trump gonna stop all this bullshit. Go ahead, Cindy. What you got? Welcome to the show. I want to see the hearts in the chat room. And like I said last week when the beginning of the week when Miss Miko came back, I was like, thank God y'all came back safe. Watch this going out of country thing, because they're gonna have a loophole in there, and they're gonna have your ass in the customs, and you're gonna figure out how you can't get back to Pennsylvania. And I don't care what type of ID you have. Go ahead, Cindy.
Oh, okay.
Time of the end, guys. It's a sign of time of the end.
And shout out and before I yield back, shout out to the Mexican government, and shout out to the president of Mexico. This young lady, I forgot her name. She got like an English name.
Claudia Scheinbaum.
Yeah,
She gangster.
yeah, Claudia Scheinbaum. God bless you. You are the real truth.
Her
You
name is
said,
Shine Bum, and she Mexican.
I guess.
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds
probably
like
her
a Jewish
husband.
last name. That don't sound. I'm Mexican.
Her
I'm thinking
husband.
Rejas. Oh, okay.
Her husband.
Well,
Okay.
I want to let's see the hearts in the chat room, guys. We truly appreciate you. I do appreciate the president, this young lady that's the president of Mexico. She's stopping American citizens to coming into Mexico with another layer of identification or paperwork that they have to fill out a visa now. You just can't walk into Mexico as a formality anymore. You got to stand on a line. It takes 2 or 3 hours to get into Mexico, and this woman is shutting it down. And I do applaud you. I applaud
I
the
don't know how long
president.
that's going to last because they need our tourism. So I don't
No,
know.
they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't.
That is American propaganda.
No, they
Mexico
don't.
has been doing well for a very long
They
time.
do not need American tourism, because there's globally everybody's coming from all over the world to come to Mexico. They don't need the United States good folks to come over there each and every day. So shout out to the Mexican president for putting that extra layer of paperwork that now takes, instead of walking into Mexico like we used to, now it takes 2 hours to 3 hours to get into Mexico. I appreciate you, young lady. I yield my time.
Not for Miss Miko with her little. She's like, I'll go into Mexico and walk out of there like no problem. She ain't worried about that.
No, she's not.
People that are worried about that, no, nobody's not worried about it. You guys, Jonathan Majors, I like to keep my foot on his neck. His movie, Magazine Dreams, that was supposed to be his big comeback movie. It was an independent. It did really good at Sundance. And it was about a bodybuilder who was taking steroids and basically how he overcame that, I guess. I don't know. I didn't go watch it. But it opened to a modest $700,000 across 815 theaters. It wasn't everywhere. It was only in select theaters. So it fell short of expectations. The studio Briarcliff Entertainment had a goal of 1 million for the opening weekend. So it did a little less than $1,000 domestically per movie theater. The film had received strong reviews and generated online buzz, but it failed to translate into strong box office numbers. Searchlight Pictures initially had interest in the film, but ultimately dropped it and returned it to the rights of the film makers, and Briarcliff Entertainment acquired the distribution rights and released the film in 2025. So what do you guys think? Did anybody hear about it? To be honest, to not even shade him or whatever, because he is a good actor, I think it didn't have a lot of publicity. I think that's what happened with them. And I don't know, Briarcliff Entertainment, I don't know if you guys got money like that, but it seems like he didn't really do enough press for it, and nobody even really knew that it was coming out. I seen a lot of comments. People said they didn't even know it was out. So is it something that you guys are going to go see this weekend?
No.
Are you going to find out where it's playing and go there and support?
No, we're not going there. And you are throwing shade at him. You're kicking the man while he's down.
No,
and
I'm not. I'm being objective.
You know that you're doing that because you feel a certain way for this dude, like you do a lot of other men that you talk about and that you experience in your life.
We're following his comeback. We just talked about his marriage.
You're not following his comeback. You reporting back bad news. That's what you're doing. You report and you're happy about it while you're sitting there smoking a little blunt. Now let me tell you something, Jonathan. You keep doing what you're doing. The naysayers like SennyJ, who's going to report back that bad news like they always do, sir, keep your head on the swivel. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have another breakthrough opportunity. Jonathan Majors, I am rooting for you. Your uncle's over here. I know right now you are crawling, literally crawling. Your career is crawling right now, literally. Brian Cliff Productions is a major movie house production. They got billions of dollars, and they didn't put the money in your little flick over there, right? But what I'm saying is this. Don't listen to the naysayers. They're reporting back like SennyJ. Every bad news travels fast, and haters love to receive it. Jonathan Majors, you stay on course. You have a beautiful wife over there. I truly believe, I know this is going to sound crazy, Miss Miko and SennyJ. I see you getting back in that Marvel's franchise. I see the return of you in your glory.
But Shawn, shut up. Shut up, Shawn.
Period. Because what are you talking about?
Okay. I'm going to shut up, but I'll tell you one thing. There's a lot. Since Miss Miko, when neighbors do eye recognition, they always think they the shit. That's fine, Miss Miko. But I'll tell you this.
And it's a 2-hour
There's been a
movie.
lot of stars that have hit rock bottom, like Jonathan Majors, politicians, athletes, and regular folks that hit rock bottom like him and has made a triumphant return. And sir, that's what I pray for you. Okay? The black folks here in this room and all the blacks and us blacks, the blacks always love when you're down and out. The black.
Oh my God.
And I'm a black, but I'm a black that's hoping that everything works out for you, sir. But for SennyJ and Miss Miko to discard you the way they are, prove them wrong, sir. I yield my time. Prove them wrong.
First of all, I was helping the brother because a lot of people didn't even know it was probably coming out.
You so I'm letting you know.
It's out now. It's in select theaters, so you will have to search for it. It's 2 hours long, and you're probably gonna pay about $30. Unless you go to the afternoon matinee. Maybe make it a Saturday afternoon trip. Okay? So you can get that reduced rate. Is what I would recommend. So put a 1 in the chat room if you're gonna go see Magazine Dreams and how far is the closest theater to you that's playing it. And put a 2 if you're not. Sean,
I'm put a hard 2 because I'm not even interested.
Sean, can you give me 17 number 2s? Thank you.
Yeah, and matter of fact, give me 37 number 2s. I'm not gonna go see it either. But my point is,
shut up, Sean. Why you advocating for him so, Sean?
My point.
Story, Sean.
My point is, it's so easy to knock the black man down. Us black men been going through that for years.
It is. It really is, and that's a shame.
Even when the black man, including myself, has pleaded for forgiveness and have owned up for our mistakes and what we've done in our lives, it just seems like it's so easy to put us down, knowing that the average black American woman lives 10 years longer than the average black American man. And for a man to sit here in the vulnerable state of his life to still be dragged and kicked down, it's horrific.
Cindy's Princess, so what's the name of the movie?
All right, whatever.
Magazine Dreams.
Whatever, Miss Miko.
Magazine Dreams, Princess. Magazine Dreams.
Which is exactly what Jonathan Major has.
Screen Dreams.
Shout out to my beloved nephew Lee Scott in the building. We truly appreciate you, bro. You understand? They're not gonna kick us black guys down. Don't worry about it. What else you got, Cindy?
Oh, please. There's a lot of stuff. Okay, okay. We still have time. Okay, so the next story I'm gonna talk about, United Airlines. Okay, we're gonna drag these airlines right now. There was a flight to China that was forced to U-turn because the pilot realized his passport was missing.
Yes.
Okay. A United flight from LA, California to Shanghai, China was forced to make a U-turn. Flight UA 198 had departed LAX at 2 p.m. last Saturday and was flying right over the Pacific en route 2 hours into their 13-plus hour trip, had to turn around and divert to San Francisco after it was discovered one of the captains didn't have their passport on board. A Chinese passenger aboard the flight recalled hearing the frustrated flyboy announcing over the intercom that he forgot his passport. The plane reportedly touched down at around 5 p.m., after which 257 passengers were provided with $15 meal vouchers and undisclosed compensation. A news crew subsequently took over, and a new crew took over the flight and departed at 9 p.m., landing in Shanghai approximately 6 hours behind their schedule. United had addressed the ludicrous situation in an announcement to passengers, notably omitting the part about the misplaced travel document. I wonder what they said. Maybe there was something wrong with the plane.
Issues, like they always say. It's mechanical issues.
Your flight diverted to San Francisco due to an unexpected crew-related issue requiring a new crew. Once they arrive, we'll get you back on your way to Shanghai as soon as possible. We sincerely apologize for the disruption and appreciate your patience. Passengers were not too sympathetic, which they felt was a ridiculous, unforced error. A bunch of comments. The fiasco didn't just disrupt the flight in question. Passengers on returning flights from Shanghai to LA were also affected by the delay. How would you guys feel? My thing is, don't they have things in place for like something like this? Like if you're actually like flying the plane, shouldn't you be able to at least enter the airport? Like, okay, you may not be able to leave and actually go into wherever you flied into, but you should at least be able to fly in, complete your flight, take a little nap or whatever they do and be able to fly back home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At least. But to have to turn around, no, that's unacceptable. And you could take your little meal voucher. Listen.
$15. $15. What can I get you in the airport? A bottle of water? Some gummy bears? Come on now.
Just, if you don't mind, guys, let's see the hearts in the chat room. Where the hearts at in the chat room? Hey, turn down for what? So are you saying that the pilot was in midair, he left his passport, turned back around, he needed to get his passport? That's basically what the story is, right?
Well, technically, didn't even get his passport because they gave them a new crew. So he didn't even get on the plane and fly.
Okay. Now, this is what we always talk about. Okay. Y'all pray for the wrong things. I keep telling y'all all the time. I keep sharing with y'all. Y'all have to pray for the pilot's mental capacity. But y'all never do. Y'all never do. When that plane, you're sitting on that plane and the plane is on the runway and it starts to take off and you feel that thrust pause and the plane leaves the ground and it goes up in the air about 20 to 50 to 100 feet. There y'all go. Oh, pray to God, pray to God, pray to God. Wrong thing. You're praying to the wrong thing. You're praying the wrong thing. You better pray that that pilot over there is mentally enough to get you from point A to point B while you in a capsule going 600 miles an hour at 30,000 feet. This is things that humans are not even supposed to know. And then this man forgot his passport because obviously he's out of his mind. They should fire him and he should go to jail. He should never fly a plane ever again because mentally there's something wrong with him. You guys are lucky. Take your $15 food voucher or whatever it is and be grateful because that man could have nosedived that plane right into the Atlantic Ocean. But you never think that way. You think of the inconvenience of it all, but thank God for Jesus that you're alive today because this nutcase was in his capsule at 600 miles an hour at 30,000 feet and made a decision that could have been catastrophic. But you're worried about the inconvenience. This man has broken so many laws that he needs to do 20 years in jail. He would never fly again. If it was I would take his state issued pilot license, his new what's that new license we need now to fly?
The real ID.
Take his real ID, take his passport, take his passport. There would be no flying again. Y'all folks in this chat room and whoever else is listening, stop praying. You're praying for the wrong things. And when you get off the plane, and SennyJ has admitted this on this show, she doesn't even thank the pilot. Miss Miko said she thanks the pilot. Harvey thanks the pilot. Some of y'all walk by that pilot like he did you a favor.
Not before Leslie said, "You are bugging, Shawn. Leaving your passport is human error. You sound worse than SennyJ." Deborah, what I be saying? Wait. How do I get in it? Stay on Shawn. Stay on Shawn is bugging.
She could stay on Shawn all she wants to. I don't give a damn. What I'm saying is this. Stop. What's wrong with you people? Are you out of your mind? These people this plane doesn't fly itself. Yeah, it does have the autopilot. When the pilots really fly the plane when they take off and when they land. Other than that, they chilling up there in the cockpit. But you don't know what this mental state these people are in. And you people don't even recognize or acknowledge the folks that are actually flying the plane. You guys walk by them in your high horse, sitting in coach, paying $300-something for a ticket, and you're sitting next to the bathroom. And you don't sit there and you don't not. Next time you go to the airport, how many times I keep sharing this with your people? You pray for the mental stability of the man or the mechanic that is making sure the brakes work on the plane, make sure the plane electricity works, the guy who fuels the plane, and the pilot that flies it. That's what you're praying for. You pray that these guys had a good night rest and they didn't have any kind of mental issues coming to the airport because this guy who was flying this plane could have easily crashed it. Okay? And I don't care how inconvenient you guys are, we are not supposed to be flying. This is something we invented, bro. What is wrong with you people? Sir, you need to go to jail for 10 years and never fly again. I yield my time.
Okay. The last story that I have for y'all.
And Deborah Leslie, you can say how crazy I am. It's fine. I welcome that. Harvey is out of his mind. I get it. But you got to look at the bigger picture here.
No, we did.
Everybody's sitting here
Everybody did.
and
You're the
everybody's
one.
talking about they don't fly Spirit Airline and it's all this stuff. They're all the same planes.
They are.
At one
They just wrapped in different things.
they're all the same planes. If they're flying from New York to LA and they're doing it back and forth, they're all the same planes. I mean, there's certain planes that are different planes, but these planes going from New York to Atlanta to St. Louis and back to Atlanta to New York, it's the same fucking plane.
But at the end of the day, it's not about the plane or the pilot. It's why aren't there safeguards in place for things like this? I know he's not the first pilot to forget his passport. Probably won't be the last. What was the problem? Why can't he fly the plane? He can't enter the airspace without his passport. What are these international rules? And I think they need to be adjusted for things like this.
Senny, obviously the man is cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. He's out.
How was he cuckoo for Cocoa Puff because he didn't have his passport on him?
Senny, the lights are on, but nobody's home. Okay. If he didn't have his passport and he's 30,000 feet in the air, the rational thing to do is fly to your destination. You deal with that when you get there. You don't turn the plane around and go back.
But maybe you can't get into China, to Shanghai. You need a passport. You don't know what their rules are.
The only thing you have to do is stay on the plane, bro. Don't get off the plane. Don't get off the plane.
You should have kept it to himself that he didn't have his passport.
Just stay on the plane.
But they can't stay on the plane. The pilots, they're only supposed to fly a certain number of hours, then they have to rest a certain amount of hours before they get back on the plane.
But what were they going to do? Arrest him?
Yeah, what are they going to do? Arrest him? What are they going to do?
You should have just kept quiet and just.
The guy probably flies the route all the time. I'm just guessing. This guy, that's another thing. These people, they fly the same routes all the time. It's like we go to work, or at least y'all go to work.
Yeah, that's their job.
This guy should be good. Sir, never fly again.
So he's trying to say he gonna fly 13 hours back to LA.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying because he turned the plane around, that's gross negligence. That is insane what he did.
Oh, okay. Now that I see what you're saying, okay, I can get behind that.
Welcome to the show, guys. Every place, funny place on earth. Imagine you on the plane and the guy make an announcement. Yo, we got to turn back. I left my passport. I'm scared to death. I'm scared. Let me hear the pilot say, yo, listen, man, this bathrooms don't work. I got to take a shit. We got to go back. I'm scared to death because
you know how many.
I don't think I would have been scared. I've been more annoyed that I'm inconvenienced. I wouldn't have been scared though.
You wouldn't be scared if you in a
passport. He said I forgot my passport, not my mind.
Miss Miko, you wouldn't be scared to death. You're flying in a capsule that you're not supposed to be in. At 600 miles. At 600 miles.
He said the landing gear is not working. If he said the wing is on fire, yeah, I'd be scared for that. But a passport, no.
Miss Miko, he's driving. You're flying a plane 600 miles an hour, 30,000 feet, and this man goes, "Yo, we're done. I'm turning back around. I got my passport." That for me, that opens up a whole nother can of worms. I'm like, well, wait a minute. So you're just gonna discard the flight plan? You're gonna turn around? And what if he said, you know what? Forget the passport. I'm gonna crash this thing into a mountain. And I'm going there with it because it's not normal to do anything unless it was something wrong with the plane. Yeah, it makes sense. Yo, the engine's not working. We got to divert and land. Okay. But for him to turn around because of a passport, no, that's scary to me.
Okay.
God bless. What else, Sandy?
My last story that I have here is West Virginia has outlawed foods that contain artificial dyes or other additives On Monday, West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey um, did one of the most comprehensive statewide bans of its kind. The move cites potentially harmful health effects and comes amid a broader push from scientists and government leaders to clamp down on synthetics in the nation's food supply. And the bill was passed by legislators to eliminate 7 artificial dyes: red dye number 3, number 40, yellow dye number 5, number 6, blue dye number 1 and number 2, and green dye number 3 from food products and drugs that are sold in the state. The preservatives, which are butylated hydroxyanisole and propylparaben, will also be banned. The dyes will not be allowed in meals served as part of school nutrition programs starting on August 1st this year. And while the dyes and the 2 preservatives will not be permitted in drugs and foods sold in the state starting on January 1st, 2028. They said West Virginia ranks at the bottom of many public health metrics, which is why there's no better place to lead the Make America Healthy Again mission, said Morrissey in a statement citing the campaign slogan, which was popularized by the Health and Human Services Secretary RFK Jr., who has said he is prioritizing the removal of artificial dyes from food and drinks sold around the United States. He said, by eliminating harmful chemicals from our food, we're taking steps toward improving the health of our residents and protecting our children from significant long-term health and learning challenges. So shout out to West Virginia. Obviously, you guys are not really healthy down there. But this is good. But I mean, you can ban it out of the school starting now, which is good. But to make it wait until 2028, I feel like that's such a long time. Like, y'all can't do it sooner than that for other things in the state. But I guess it, and then people said, well, oh, it's giving the companies a chance to like take that stuff out of their products. But a lot of companies already have to have that stuff removed to sell it to other countries, because a lot of countries have already had these dyes and stuff removed. So like, you know, the big cereal brands, all the candy brands, all the stuff like that, like you guys already have formulas that don't have this stuff in it. So I don't know why we're waiting, which makes me think it's Americans, because a lot of Americans like to fight for things that are unhealthy for them. So I think that, like, let's say M&M's like pulled all their green M&M's and red M&M's. I think some people might be upset with that. So,
and what you call it? Skittles. That's another
right?
one too.
People love it. People they love, but again, why do people act like this for these foods? Because they're addicted to them, because of the chemicals that are in them. So that's why you get things like this. So, you know, I wish the whole country, you know, RFK, you know, he's one of those you can be right, a broken clock can be right twice a day type of people, because he's a little crazy, but he, you know, shout out to him in this push.
Ms. Miko, your thoughts, please.
Do we have any listeners in West Virginia?
I don't know.
Put a 1 if you're from West Virginia.
You know who's from West Virginia, believe it or not, or whose family from West Virginia?
Who?
Mike Dixon.
Really?
We went there for a family reunion.
Oh, okay.
In the sticks. It's in the mountains.
Well, they about to get healthy over there.
So,
yeah, that's
well, thanks for sharing that, Miss Miko. And Miss Miko, I'd like to apologize to Deborah Leslie. She said I cursed, and now she's got God in her life, and I do apologize, young lady.
Oh my goodness.
And now that
don't give a damn.
Now that Miss Miko said about this whole, you know, there's a whatever, Cindy, you're such a troublemaker this morning. I don't like
the B word. It's okay.
I don't like Cindy when she says weed before 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't like that Cindy. I'll take the Cindy after 4 o'clock in the afternoon smoking weed. I like that Cindy better.
What?
I like drunken Cindy than I like high Cindy at before 8 a.m. I tell you that much.
What? I'm a hoot.
Now
you're a hoot?
Oh. I thought you said you were a whore. I'm like, what?
Yo, Cindy.
Being a hoot is close to being a whore. Calm down.
Oh my Oh God.
No, it's not, Shawn. You always want to throw something in there. You always throw my vagina outside.
Cindy, my question to you is this: do we really need this? And this is a serious question. Do we really need the state of West Virginia?
Yeah.
Yes, because it has Mike Dixon and his family.
That's right.
Can we
Mike
get
Ken is from there.
CJ, can we get Mike Dixon and his family out of West Virginia and then just discard this whole place?
Okay, yeah. Then after that,
So, Cindy, I've been to West Virginia. It's nothing there. I drove to West Virginia. I drove down a mountain literally for 4 hours, and I got to the bottom of the mountain, and there was a town there, and it was black folks there, and I thought it was incredible.
Yeah.
So now the Mike Dixon thing just threw me off. We don't really need the state of West Virginia and all the stuff that's going on, these chemicals that's entering our body with food. That's there. It causes health issues. We're done. Okay,
not that's there.
it's there. We
should just be accepting of
yeah,
it.
because everything we put in our mouths, pause, got some lace with some type of chemical. Even your little fruits is over there sprayed with some bugs. Anything that's organic is not organic. Anything that's ultra organic isn't organic. Everything is manufactured. We take it in our body, and then years down the road, the body gets corroded. And that's it. It's no other way. We can't live on the land because we're not built for it anymore. Everything is packaged up. We got to run to the supermarket. None of us know how to kill a cow. Okay. None of us can survive on the land. We need Wi-Fi. We were all.
D-Lo got a whole situation going on down there.
If you drop the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team and all the listeners back 100 and 200 years ago, we'll all die of starvation in about a half an hour. Okay? So the fact of the matter is, everything that we inject in our body is laced with some type of chemical. And I want to give SennyJ a round of applause for pronouncing the names of these chemicals in this report with all 7 syllables in the words. Let's give a round of applause to SennyJ for that.
Shout out to you.
Gotta use your brain.
Now, everybody, you're going outside and put as much preservatives as you can in your body. And all the foreign coloring. And Miss Miko talked about the Skittles. Who doesn't like a Skittle every once in a while? Put a round of applause if you ever shove some Skittles in your mouth. Paul, I've done it 1,000 times. Who doesn't like Skittles? Cindy, when the last time you had a Skittle in your mouth? Paul?
To be honest, it's actually been a minute.
How long?
I would probably last Halloween.
Gotcha. Miss Miko, when the last time you had a Skittle in your mouth?
Yeah, same thing with Cindy, probably about a year or so ago. I'm not a big candy eater. I don't do the candy thing. That's not for me. So
gotcha. I haven't had a Skittle in a few years, but a few Skittles, but I'm open to it, so it's all good. What else you got before we get out of here, Cindy?
That's it. I have to go.
Yeah. No, Cindy, I got to talk to you because we got to get the March guys. If you're into the parlays, and if you into and put a number one chat. When the last time you guys had a Skittle in your mouth? Pause. Guys, you want some quick money? You want to make some quick money tonight? I'm gonna throw it out there. Okay. All the number one ranked collegiate basketball teams will not make the Final Four. 2 or 3 of them are not going to make it. Go against every team that's ranked number 1 in the collegiate NCAA tournament, and you will win your money. But that's why, Cindy, after the show ends, stay online because I got to talk to you. Now, Miss Miko says she's going away for a week, so let's put the prayer emojis in for Miss Miko.
Girl, can you tell us where you're going?
I'm going to Tampa.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
I hope the pilot doesn't change his mind and go back to New York because he wants real ID.
That's when Miss Miko's going to relax. She's going to Tampa.
Right. So, Cindy, last word before the last word on the Feel Good Friday.
Oh, okay. So I'll do this really quick. Okay, because I heard this. All right.
Okay.
This is not a last word. It's like a last scenario, like a last thought, like a motivation. Okay.
Okay, let's do some poetry. Let me give you some snaps.
Go ahead.
if you are the main character in your movie, right? You're the main character in the movie right now, and the audience is watching you, right? The audience is watching your life play out right now in front of you. All right.
Right.
What would they be yelling at the screen for you to be doing? They would be watching the movie like, why don't they just da 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 da? Whatever that is, go do that.
All right.
So think about that this
Oh,
weekend.
that's sweet, Cindy. I
No,
get it.
no, it's not. Don't ever say that again. Go ahead, Miss Miko. Let's get Miss Miko. Cindy is high. You keep
It took a
forgetting?
minute for me to follow where she was
No,
going, but
Miss Miko,
I
you
get
can't. Miss Miko, she's high right now.
For the ones that get it, put a 1 in the chat, okay? Because Shawn, you just don't get it, okay? That's what it is.
I'm not high. If I was high, I would get it. You're speaking a different language right now. Miss Miko, can you bring it back to earth here? Because this chick is high as hell.
my final word is for those who are off the weekends and you're not working, cherish the weekend. You know why? Because it's a mini vacation.
Now I think both of them are high right now. I think both of them are high right now.
I can appreciate what she said.
Cherish the weekend.
Well, listen, guys, we truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature today with these two queens, the Queen SennyJ and the Queen Miss Miko. We truly appreciate you guys. Put the prayer emojis up for Miss Miko as she travels safe, down to Florida while she's getting that money. We truly appreciate her. So let's give her some prayer emojis and God bless. All right, we are out of here.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
See you later. All right, Miss Miko, I'll hit you up later.
All right, sounds good. Bye, Cindy.
Cindy, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Just 2 seconds, Cindy. Don't go nowhere. Okay. Hold on. Let me end the